Y'all, we about to get back to doing videos like this where I just be talking to y'all and, you know, venting. So as y'all see, I'm doing my toes. Being a soulpreneur and having to trust God when you're in your slow seasons is very, very, I want to say renewing, because it requires a whole new version of you. You know, like you ever know what your soul purpose is, and you enjoyed on your soul purpose and you loved on your soul purpose, but then, and like your purpose was paying you at one point, but then you ended up in a different season of your life and you required more money and the cost of living started to become more expensive, and your soul purpose has been getting you by, but then it's been getting a little bit too slow where now bills are starting to get a little late. You know what I mean? You're starting to, like, you know, feel like the main thing just really bills, because I don't worry about anything else. And then now the bills are late, so now you're like, I can't really do the things I want to do because I gotta take care of this first, and I'm not even really making the money that I want to make because business is slow. And so you're like, that means that it's time for me to go get a job. And so you go back out there and you go to try to get a job, and you apply for job after job, and you get interviews, but you don't get the job, and then you get into this season where it's like, now I'm just confused, because how come I'm not landing no job? And then you go back into what you know to be true. Well, because I went through this season before, and it was because I was supposed to be working for myself and doing my soul's purpose, but my soul's purpose is not paying me how I need it to, so I'm willing to make some sacrifices and go back to work to at least have another income while business is still slow. And for some reason you're like, I know I'm being responsible, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Even in your slow seasons in your own business, you're still showing up every day. You're trying to find new ways of to strategize, to market, to promote, and all types of things, right? And you know, even with that, while you're trying to do that, it's been a lot of times where your energies just wasn't even right enough or in alignment enough for you to really promote and do the stuff that you want to do. Oh my goodness, it's so much that I want to talk about, y'all. I hope y'all I hope we still here with it. But it's like, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing for your business, and even in this season you want to do more, but as you're trying to do more for yourself, for your business, because you want more finances, you want more freedom, it's like your energy is not really in alignment for you to do more. You're being more called to slow down and rest, right? So now we're annoyed because it's like, God, spirit, self, whoever you talk to, whatever's going on, universe, how come is that I want to do more because I want to make more money? When I'm trying to go back and get a job, I know that's not where I'm supposed to be. And even when I try to go get it, I don't land any jobs. And now when I'm trying to work for myself and I feel motivated and I want to do more things, as soon as I get up to try and do it, there's either resistance there, it's not coming out right, I record the video, it deletes. It's just a lot of resistance and inconveniences and just things that seems like it's stopping it. And it's because there's so much more deeper work that's going on at play here, right? It's because spirit is teaching us to not perform. It is to be for purpose. So we have to be doing things with purpose and not for performance. We have to do things without the expectation of money, getting compensated. I know that sucks. It's like, what, you mean to tell me to just work and then not expect to be compensated? No, not that. But you're supposed to be doing this. So it's like you're showing up and you're doing it because you want to do it, and you know that the money's going to come because you're doing it from a place of joy, satisfaction, interest, and just happiness. You know what I mean? Not from a place of like, I'm doing this because I love it, but I'm really doing it because I gotta make this bread and I gotta do it. It's a job now, it's an obligation. Whereas it's not, it's the energy behind why you're doing things. Even if you're going back to work because you know, like, and God will honor that. Like, I love that you're being responsible, and I love that you're willing to take those steps when business is slow. I'm even proud of you for even taking the steps to even leave your job in the first place to start this full-time entrepreneur thing. But now that the season is slow, you feel like maybe this is a test for me to go back and pick up, a part-time job. Maybe not a full-time job, because I still want to have the energy that I need to do my own business, but I'll just do part-time, right? And then you for some reason you're not even getting the part-time job, and Spirit is like, I love that you are willing to do that, but I never wanted you to do that in this season. I wanted you to have more faith. I wanted you to trust in me in your season of stillness. I want you to trust in me in your seasons of, your slower seasons and things like that. It's like, because when business was going good, when business was going fast, we was all happy, prayed up, thanking God, thank you, Spirit, da, da, da. But now that, business is going a little bit slower, some of us are like, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure how this is going to get done. So let me take matters into my own hand. Let me go get another job. The Spirit said that was never what you were supposed to do. When you took matters into your own hands, which meant that you was working with me when you took that leap of faith, because a lot of you guys took a leap of faith because you got called to. It was a calling. It wasn't your own decision to just stop doing that. You actually took this risk and leap of faith because it was a calling, something that you couldn't deny, something that just kept pulling on you and tugging on you, right? And so Spirit is saying, like, you were never meant to stop your calling. I just need you to trust in me. And this whole step of you becoming a full-time entrepreneur was to help. It was to remake you. This was a whole rebrand of your life. You're not allowed to go back to who and how you used to be. You're allowed to outgrow the things that once sustained you, even if that meant working for someone else or even living in the same state. Some of you guys got called to move states and just do so many different things. And this message is so big, but it's like, for myself, I'm a soulpreneur, entrepreneur, and when I moved to this new state to get my first place, Spirit told me that I was not going to be working at the job that I was planning on transferring to. Told me that I was going to be working full-time for him. And ever since I've been in this place, I have been working full-time for God in the universe. And I have been able to pay my bills just for working for myself, God in the universe. And now I'm in a season where bills are late now, and business is slow. And your girl was trying to figure out how the hell how are we gonna pay these bills? Like, and I'm still showing up every day. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But even with that, like I said to y'all, when it's been times that I've been feeling like I gotta get up and do readers and go live to try to get this money, you know how many times I've been getting up trying to go into hustle grind mode, and Spirit would stop my ass and make me sit down and rest, because they said that you're retiring from hustle culture. Everything is you're supposed to be aligning and not grinding. And Spirit is not even like, because God knows. God's like, I know what you got going on. I'm the one that even told, like, I got this figured out. I got this. And for me, just being a responsible human being, I'm like, God, I understand you got this, but bills is getting later and later, and I got to do something for myself. So I'm gonna try and take matters into my own hand, right? Matters to my own hand that was never even supposed to be in my hands, and it doesn't matter what I can do or what I'm trying to do. It's still not going to change the difference. God has to do for me what I need done for me. So it doesn't matter how much I'm trying to get in control. As much as I've been trying to get jobs, I've been looking for jobs the past 3 months, then got interviews, ain't got a job yet. Because God is showing me this was never your weight to carry. Sometimes you have to let go and let God, especially when you are a soulpreneur and when you're working for God, when you're following your purpose and your calling. It's a lot of surrender and taking action. There's a lot of balance when it comes to this type of journey, y'all. And I know this message is going to hit deep for who was supposed to hit deep for, but when you're in like, Spirit is building you up to be this legend, to have billions, not millions, but billions, right? And so Spirit is teaching you how to get out of hustle culture and how to align with everything that you want. We're not grinding, we're aligning. We are not overworking ourselves if our soul is tired. That's one thing about that too. When you work for God in the universe, God prioritizes your well-being, God prioritizes you. Whereas when you work for the physical man, it doesn't matter how you feel. If you're having a bad day or not, you got to suck it up and go to work. Okay? One thing about God's not going to allow you to do that. And also, God will not allow you to perform. Again, going back to performance. If you're trying to get up and do your soul's calling and you're doing it from a place of lack, neediness, desperation, or just trying to get money, and you're not doing it from a place of true soul and love, and you really might feel like you're doing it from a place of love, and it could be from a place of love, but it's still from a place of scarcity. You're not fully open. You're still kind of guarded. Your energy is not as magnetic as it could be because you're trying to call in money. You know what I mean? And spirit is like, no, you're not. Spirit will not allow you to do it from that energy. Spirit will only allow you to do it from an energy of magnetism, of true divine frequency, right? And this is just a shorter video of me talking about everything that I'm going through in this season, having to trust God a bit more. Now I'm in this new level. It's different tests and trials and tribulations that comes along with this new level. Like, I know I'm not where I used to be, and I know I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I know I'm in a way better place than I was before. And this new level requires a different level of faith. It requires a different way of thinking. It requires a different way of speaking. It requires me to have a different kind of posture in my seasons, in my slower seasons. You know, it requires for me to trust in God, the universe, my spirit team a bit more than I used to, you know, like speaking so positively about myself and over my life that it doesn't matter where I am in life or where I am in a season, that I know that it's still going to work out for me. Everything is divinely orchestrated, you know? Like, this is a season of complete posture and resting. Rest is the ritual. That is my new, that's been my alignment over grinding, and rest is the ritual. We're learning how to match the energy and the frequency of what it is that we want out of life. And spirit is teaching us how to do that in the most healthiest way. We're not allowed to do anything that's not in alignment, or if our souls truly don't want to do it, then we're not allowed to do it. Even us going back to work, spirit loves that. Yes, you're being responsible, but if that's not in alignment for your soul, we're no longer allowed to sell our souls. People think that, oh, you got to sign a contract and sell your soul to that. No, you can sell your soul by going to go apply for a job and do a job that does not make your soul sing. You already chose that job over your peace, over yourself. Spirit is not allowing us to do that. So if you was to go get a job, you're not allowed to just settle for any old job. It got to be a job that pours into you, matches your frequency, something that will allow you to still be in your purpose while still being purposeful. You know what I mean, for someone else. And if you can't find a job that does that, then you are going to be doing what you were meant to be doing, your calling. It's like we've worked so hard on ourselves to become this version of ourselves, to get put into this new reality that we're not allowed to do anything else that's not in alignment with this new reality or where we're going. I am going to do a part 2 because this was just a lot, but there's so much more that I've been going through and experiencing, and I want to talk about it. So hopefully this message reaches who it needs to reach. If you guys resonated with this, please let me know down in the comments. You could drop a red heart, or you could just be like on point, or you could just put the word resonated. But I definitely want y'all to interact with me and let me know that, like, I'm not the only one going through this. I can't be the only one going through this, right? And I know it's a lot of us that are soulpreneurs that are being called to walk this sacred, unorthodox path, you know, to pioneer and be trailblazers, to walk a path that nobody has ever walked before, to show others that come after us that it can be done, you know, and you can dream bigger and you can do it your own way. Because I feel like the way that we're being called to do it is not a way that anyone else has done it before. That's why you're a bit uncomfortable, because it's like you don't really have anyone to get advice from. The way that everyone else says to do it is the complete opposite way that you're being told to do it, or the complete opposite way that you want to do it anyway, you know. So it's like you're a pioneer and you're walking a path that has never been walked before. So that means that you're going to have to do a lot of things that has never been done before. You're going to have to overcome a lot of challenges that has never been overcome before. And it's going to require a different version of you. And it's also going to make a different version of you. This is dope, deep, and very healing. It's a lot of healing work that comes along with this. But I'm praying and setting the intention that this message reach exactly who was meant to reach. And if you do click on this video and you've gotten this far, you stayed because this was definitely for you. And so I love you, and I will see you on the next message.